We take a live look now at a neighborhood not far from Round Rock in Pflugerville. You can see a large police presence down the street there in the hours leading up to the suspect's encounter with police in Round Rock. Police in that neighboring city there were investigating suspicious activity. And now we're being told this could be possibly where the suspect lived. We do have a crew headed there. We're going to bring you updates from that location as we learn more. In the meantime, a lot of questions out there. Hopefully a few of them can get answered now. We have a security expert in the studio sitting down with Karen.
Thanks so much, Dan. Now, Dr. Grantham, thank you very much, Dr. David Grantham. The ATF, it's made what's been happening in Central Texas here its #1 priority. Talk to us about the importance of pumping all of those resources into finding this guy.
It's incredibly important, especially right now with a situation like this. There is always the potential that there's more packages out there, as we've discussed. But there's also the thought of, was he being supported? Was somebody acting with him? So having all those resources there is incredibly important throughout this investigation. This will go on for several months.
So some people have described what's been happening as domestic terrorism. Would you describe it as that?
You can, in its broad sense. I think you're safe to say that. But terrorism generally, we'll find out more once they've looked into the person that was responsible for it. But it's generally political or social grievances tied to terrorism. This could be something more of a serial bomber, a serial killer who's using bombs to harm citizens.
The thing that was so surprising to me, I think, was his age, 24 years old, because they've said in days past that there was a certain level of sophistication in terms of making these bombs, especially when you consider that his MO changed from March 2nd when he started leaving unmarked packages, or certainly not delivered packages, you know, and then the one with the tripwire. Everything kept changing and almost escalating. But 24 years old, does that strike you as being somewhat young?
It does. It tells me that either he's a quick learner or there's some experience behind it, because anyone could theoretically get on the internet and learn how to build something, but bombs are not easily made, and something of this sophistication has to probably be tested. He has to learn the mechanics of it. So yeah, it is a bit surprising at his age. So it probably speaks to some level of experience, or being a very intelligent person who knows how to take information and reconstruct these.
And the suspect is dead, so that does bring relief to a lot of people. But the authorities have warned folks to stay vigilant, because we don't know what else might be out there. What are some of the lessons that people need to take away from this to keep themselves and their families safe?
I think the primary lesson is you want to treat, at least for the time, packages like an email. You don't want to open emails that you don't know who they're from, for example, and that tends to limit viruses and other things. With these packages, that's probably the first step, is be very, very careful. If you're not expecting something, if you've received something with suspicious addresses, with taping that looks a bit rushed, or oil or wires, anything that looks abnormal to a typical package, one that you're not expecting, that I would report, and I would be very cautious, at least in the interim here.
All right, Dr. David Grantham, thank you very much for being with us this morning. We appreciate it.